tensions are growing between US President Joe Biden and Tesla CEO Musk. The reason is that the 46th President of the United States ignores the achievements of Musk and his car company Tesla in the field of electric vehicles. Fans of the entrepreneur have prepared and posted a petition on the internet which should encourage Biden to come to his senses. The conflict arose due to the fact that the White House administration did not consider it necessary to invite the richest man in the world to an event dedicated to the production of electric vehicles, and it was Musk's Tesla that is the largest manufacturer of them on the planet. Last month Musk said he planned to vote Republican in the next presidential election, but the billionaire said he had voted overwhelmingly for Democrats in the past. In fact, Musk worked closely with the Obama administration in the early years of SpaceX and said he voted for Hillary Clinton as well as Biden in the last two U.S. presidential elections. Shortly after Biden's inauguration, Musk told Fortune that he was excited to take office as the new president and that he planned to work closely with the Biden administration in efforts to address climate change. "I am very pleased that the new administration is focused on climate," Musk said in January. "I am very optimistic about the future of sustainable energy with the new administration. Not that we should calm down or anything like that, but the wind is blowing at our backs to solve the climate crisis with a new administration," he added. Although Biden may not have been Musk's first choice as the Democratic nominee last December, Musk said in a tweet addressed to U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders, Democrat Vermont, that the U.S. should set an age limit that would prevent people over 70 from running for office, a measure that would disqualify both Biden and former President Donald Trump. For Biden, this tweet was especially painful because recently there has been talk on the internet that he has dementia. In February 2022, 38 Republican congressmen called on U.S. President Joe Biden to take a cognitive test. They questioned the mental health of the American leader and his fitness to work in his position. This was the second time that the head of the United States was asked to test his mental abilities. "My colleagues and I are again asking President Biden to immediately take a formal cognitive screening exam such as the Montreal Cognitive Test. As a former doctor of 3 presidents of the United States, I know what it takes mentally and physically to fulfill the duties of Commander-in-Chief and Head of State." Former White House physician, member of the U.S. House of Representatives Ronnie Jackson told Fox News according to him, Biden constantly proved to him and the whole world that something is wrong. According to the congressman, the American people deserve absolute confidence in the cognitive abilities of their president. Jackson noted that Biden's passing of the cognitive test will be an important first step to convince Americans that the president is suitable for this position. He also admitted that the test would reveal violations, so he would have to deal with their proper treatment. The congressman suggested that the U.S. leader may be diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, vascular diseases, dementia, Parkinson's disease, or multiple sclerosis. As you understand, Musk's tweet in the context of this situation turned out to be very painful for Biden. In the same month, the American billionaire said that the Biden administration rejected his idea of a carbon tax as too politically complicated. The Tesla CEO made the comments during an interview on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. "I think the Biden administration should take a firm stand on this situation," Musk said. "That's at least half the reason they were elected." Musk has been calling for a carbon tax since 2015 and has said he is more than willing for SpaceX to pay an emissions tax during its space flights and tests in Boca Chica, Texas. Last summer, the feud between Musk and Biden really began to take shape after the president failed to invite the CEO of the largest electric car manufacturer in the United States to an EV summit at the White House. Musk tweeted that it seems strange that Tesla was not invited. Over the past 3 years, Tesla has accounted for about 74% of electric vehicle sales in the United States. By contrast, automakers that were invited to the event, such as General Motors and Ford, represent only a small portion of electric vehicle sales in the country. At the time, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki was asked during a press briefing whether Tesla was being excluded from the event because its employees are not members of the automobile union. "I'll let you draw your own conclusion," she said. In December, Musk rejected Biden's Bring Back the Best program and told the Wall Street Journal board of directors that the administration should completely abandon the $2 trillion package. In particular, the CEO disagreed with legislation that would authorize a tax credit of up to $12,500 for Americans if they bought an electric car assembled by union workers. The bill would completely exclude Tesla while simultaneously supporting companies from the United Auto Workers Union UAW BMWs such as Ford and GM. Musk also criticized the Democratic Party's tax plan, which would target American billionaires. At that time, legislation could have given a billionaire an annual tax bill of $10 billion. Eventually they run out of other people's money and then they come after you, he wrote on Twitter in October. Earlier this year, the CEO of Tesla spoke out after Biden once again met with Ford and GM executives about the introduction of EV and was unable to turn on Tesla. "I meant it when I said that the future will be created right here in America. Companies like GM and Ford are building more electric cars at home than ever before," Biden tweeted. Musk first commented on a message urging Biden to recognize Tesla starts with the letter T, ends with the letter A as in the middle. He tweeted later, "The CEO of Tesla replied, Biden is a wet sock puppet in human form," using a sock emoji. It was one of several occasions when Biden and his administration seemed to exclude Tesla from discussions of electric vehicles. Even Musk's mother noticed Biden's penchant for excluding Tesla last fall. Neymar's mocked Biden for saying GM had electrified the entire automotive industry. Biden's speech was written 20 years ago, just before GM destroyed the electric car. Mamas tweeted his speechwriter uploaded the wrong file. After all, Biden publicly acknowledged Tesla in February during a speech dedicated to stimulating domestic production of electric vehicles. Biden spoke about the impact of Tesla on the industry and noted that Musk's company is the largest manufacturer of electric vehicles in the United States. But just a month later, Musk was unhappy again after Biden failed to mention Tesla in his State of the Union address. After mentioning Ford and GM, Tesla has created more than 50,000 jobs in the U.S. by creating electric vehicles and is investing more than twice as much as GM plus Ford combined, Musk wrote on Twitter in response to a message about the speech from the president's official Twitter account last month. The feud between the two men seemed to reach a climax when Musk announced that he no longer planned to vote for the Democratic candidate in the upcoming presidential election. "This administration has done everything possible to push aside and ignore Tesla," Musk wrote on Twitter. The tweet appeared when Musk was in the process of buying Twitter. The billionaire said he plans to reinstate Trump after he was ousted after the Capitol siege last year. "In the past, I voted for the Democrats because they were mostly the party of kindness," he added, "but they have become a party of division and hatred, so I can no longer support them and will vote for Republicans. Now watch how their dirty tricks campaign against me unfolds." Before he announced his plans to switch political parties, Musk said Biden was only elected because people wanted less drama. The billionaire said he supports centrist candidates. Musk was also quick to criticize Trump in May. He said a less controversial candidate than Trump would be better for the 2024 presidential election. In 2016, Musk was outraged by the Trump administration's decision to withdraw from the climate-focused Paris Agreement, although in 2018 the CEO of SpaceX said he liked Trump's idea of creating a military unit of space forces in space. And what do you think the conflict between Biden and Musk will lead to? Is the American president really ill with dementia? A lot of Democrats turned away from him looking at his bad policies. Even under Trump there was no such thing, someone says in the comments, but there are serious disputes on the internet about Biden. What will happen next? Write your opinion in the comments. It will be interesting for us to read.